Hey guys, my name is Morgan. I'm here to talk to you guys today about volleyball. When people watch the Olympics, mainly sports that they think of are basketball, swimming, softball, gymnastics, but a lot of people have actually started to become interested in volleyball. But they also run into the problem of not fully understanding the sport of volleyball. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys today about. Just the rules, regulations, and some of the basic skills that you need in order to play volleyball. So I'm going to start off with the rules. On each side of the court, there are only 6 players. There's a maximum of 3 hits allowed per side. So that means if I hit the ball, then 2 more people can touch it before we have to send it back over to the net. And then that side gets 3 hits and they have to send it back. But you don't necessarily have to do 3 hits. You can send it over in 1 hit or 2 hits or whichever. A player cannot hit the ball 2 times in a row. So say I hit the ball first, I can't hit it the first time and the second time. I can hit it the first and the 3rd time before it has to go back over to the other side of the net. During play, the players may not touch the net or go under the net. If they do, then the referee will call a penalty and a point will be awarded to the other side for, Here are some of the basic referee calls. If a team does more than 3 hits, it's the 4th hit, ref will blow their whistle, hold up 4 fingers, that means there's 4 hits. The double hit means they hit the ball, that somebody hits the ball twice in a row, so they'll hold up 2. If the ball goes out of bounds, they hold up their arms facing with their, the back of your hand facing out and your palm facing in. If there's a substitution on the court, you go like this and the ref will call out the numbers and they'll sub. When there's a timeout, the coach or the referee will time out and then point to which side of the net or which team called the timeout. Those are just some of the basic ones. Next, I'm going to talk to you about the regulations of volleyball. Starting off first with the court size. An indoor court is 30 feet by 60 feet on each side, so the court's split in the middle. There's a 10-foot line, which is 10 feet away from the center line. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the net height. For men in co-ed volleyball, the net is 7 feet 11 inches tall to the top of the net, and for the net for women is 7 feet 4 inches tall. The next will be rotating. When the team is on, the 6 people are on the court, you rotate clockwise. So if you're in, let me think about this, left back, you move to the center and then center, or no, just kidding. If you're in left back, you move to left front, and so on and so forth. Next would be scoring. Volleyball use rally scoring, which means that each play ends in a point for one of the 2 teams. You play to 25 and you play best 3 games out of 5, so whoever wins stays. Next to talk about is just the skills of volleyball, which are going to include passing, setting, and hitting. The first contact is always going to be the pass. There are 2 types of passing. There's an overhand pass and an underarm bump or bump pass. To do an overhead pass is when you pass with your hands, so when you pass the ball, pass it like this. For an underarm pass, you join your arms together at your hands, you put your arms out, and create a platform, flat platform, usually bend and slide over and lean forward, and your ball will hit usually right in here. Setting is always going to be your second contact, and setting is used with your hands. You want to set the ball with your fingertips, so it's kind of exactly like an overhand pass except a set, and you just use your fingertips and push the ball up. You're not allowed to, when you set, use your palms or lift or carry the ball up. The next thing would be your third contact, which is usually your hitting or attack, which most people enjoy that one the most, because it's the one that looks really cool. To do this, it's going to be, you take an approach and you start at the 10-foot line, and you start with your, if you're right-handed, you start with your left foot, take your left and then you step right, and you go left, and then you go together, and you jump straight up, and you follow through with your hand, keep a high elbow, and follow all the way through. So yeah, that's basically just some of the basic skills for volleyball. The last thing would just be like how you talk in volleyball, the lingo of volleyball. An ace is when a server serves the ball and the receiving team does not pass the ball up and then immediately hits the ground. It's called an ace. You have a side out, which means when the serving team makes a mistake and the other team gets the point. It's a side out. A stuff is when a blocker goes up, blocks the ball, and it goes straight down on the other side of the net. A dig is when the passer receives a hit from the other side. And then there's the kill, which is the attack when the attacker goes up and kills the ball to the ground, so it goes straight to the ground. So, it's basically the end of my speech, so just remember in volleyball you just need to know the basic rules, basic regulations, and these skills, and if you practice, 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 you'll get better. Do you have any questions? Yes.
I have two questions.
Okay.
Is there guys and girls volleyball?
Yes, there's guys, girls volleyball, and then there's also co-ed volleyball, so you can play together if you want.
And do you play volleyball?
Yes, I do play volleyball. I've played volleyball since I was in 8th grade, played all through high school, and now I'm playing in college. So.
Oh, I have a question.
Yes.
You mentioned something about indoor and outdoor. I just wanted to know if the rules were different or how, because you had mentioned, some prefer indoor and some prefer outdoor. I just didn't know if there were different rules.
Well, with outdoor, instead of playing with 6 people on the court, you're playing 2-on-2 basically, and then it basically has the same rules for the most part as the indoor does. So.
And I have another question.
Yeah.
You had mentioned the rules, like when you cross the line and whatever, but is there such thing as a replay?
Yes, there is. If, say 2 players go up to the net, and they both touch the net at the same time, well, the referees will talk about it, and usually one referee is like, oh, this number hit the net on this side, and the other referee is like, well, this number hit this side.
Okay.
They'll call for a replay, and you'll replay the point over, and nobody gets a point.
How many refs are there?
There are 2 referees. There's the up ref and the down ref, and then you have 2 line judges that'll stand on opposite sides.
Full court.
Yes.
Full Okay.
Do you have any more questions?
She asked my question. Men.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, well, thank you guys so much. And I hope you guys learned something.
That was so educational. Wow.